Hi everyone, back again. This time I'm working in my Bristol-Smooth Strathmore visual journal. It's the 9 by 12 inch. I've already gessoed the page and now I'm grabbing some colours to make the background. And excuse me, really I could have just used black. Although you can see, if you see up close, you can see the different colours, but it's very hard in the end. But anyway, it's a start. It's all about the layers. So starting with, I think it's green chromium oxide. No, it was viridian. And then some oxide chromium green. And then some burnt umber. I'm using raw umber, Mars black, Payne's grey, Prussian blue hue, dark navy and blue lake, all on the background there. You can see the green really easily now, but not when I put everything over it. That blue lake looks so pretty, but it gets covered up too. You just don't know. Well, I just don't know when to stop. And this is just the background, so hey, there I go with lots of darker colours. The green's just about disappeared. Anyway, it's all about the layers. Now, this was a crafter's workshop stencil. I think it's called the branches reversed. And I was just seeing where the stencil wouldn't go, so maybe the butterflies would appear. And it was probably not a good idea of mine. I'm doing the negative of the die cut pieces, but it probably should have been done before I added the background. I should have started with the alcohol inks, and I'll try another one similar to this soon, because the alcohol inks don't really come through too well. You can see that there are colours underneath it where the butterflies are, but you have to look close to find the butterflies. Anyway, so using some sunshine yellow, watermelon, sunset orange, pool and raspberry alcohol inks, and that's the Tim Holtz tool there. I don't know what it's called. I just called it the bulb blower. Use it rather than a straw, so you don't have to see my head blowing through a straw. Just trying to mix the alcohol inks together there and make some different colours. And trying to wipe off any that seeped over the negative piece there. Now, I was not impressed because when I took those off, the masking tape, that's the Stick It masking tape, and it's by Ken Oliver. So, yeah, the glue stayed on the page. Maybe the background was still a bit too wet. So now I'm going over masking those butterflies with the actual die cut shape with the Stick It tape. And I couldn't remember which was which butterfly, so it was just a rough guess. because I'm going to go over with the stencil in a minute. Oh, actually, probably should have left those there. Yeah, before I put the stencil on, because I think once I added this more of the background colour, I took them off and then used the stencil. So maybe I should have put the stencil over first before I removed the butterfly stickers. Oh well, it's all a learning curve. Now comes the stencil. I'm going off the page. Just thinking what colour I should use. And I decided to use the Blue Lake paint. It's a nice contrast, I thought. I do tone it down a bit. And it didn't quite go down to the edge of the page, so I'm just masking it off and continuing it down the page there. And those butterflies, just to make them appear a little bit more, I used the Kaisercraft stamp and die set butterflies, so with some Teresa Collins Posh White pigment archival ink, which I thought may help bring the butterflies out a bit more, but you can't see the white ink on the finished page anyway. And I think I used the wrong stamps on the wrong butterflies, so it's all good. Alright, so I printed out these skull images from just Google Images onto just plain old copy paper with an inkjet printer and just fussy cutting them out now. They were probably a bit too big to put between the branches, but that one on the right, I'm sorry you can't see it completely there, but it was it had a an indent where its teeth were open, so I could actually join that to that middle one. There, you can see me doing it there now, as if he's biting the skull next to him. So I'm just adhering that with some matte medium. Now once that was dry, I went over the reverse tree or reverse branches stencil with a mixture of Prussian blue hue and just some white gesso. Not completely mixed, just speckled. And that was a bit better of effect, I thought, than the plain blue. Now I'm going to blend in those skulls just using some gesso and a sponge there. Just all around the border and the skulls. And then I thought it was pretty much done, ready for the quote. So, what's it say? Stare at the dark too long and you will eventually see what isn't there. So just adhering those strips down. I printed that onto copy paper as well using the inkjet printer and just adhering it with some matte medium. I definitely intend on trying the alcohol inks on white background first and then going over it. So I'm using a Prussian blue, love that colour, water soluble wax pastel to go around those rectangle words there, and then finish it off with a black Stabilo oil pencil and setting that with a water pen. Yeah, and I think I'm done. So pretty quick page, nothing too out there, but you can see the pinks coming through from those butterflies there, and there's a good example of it. Look up close and you'll see them. Blink and you won't. So yeah, that's it. So this one's a bit late, a day late. I've been working on another project for Mandy, my daughter Mandy, for her Prisma pencils. So I'm trying to get it finished at the same time, but I thought I had to get another video up, and this is it. So it's done, and hopefully I'll be back on track next week. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you then. Bye.